said that Trump was adorning Epstein's desk. Huh? Yeah, Trump was sprawled out over Epstein's desk in the form of a picture. And apparently, I dropped the tablet. It's a good start, isn't it? Anyway, hello there, and welcome to AllShorts. Yeah, we're out in the camper. We finally got out in the camper after 5 years since, well, COVID. 5 years since COVID. Yep. The missus is over there. Oh, I've just been asleep. Oh, I'll go back to sleep. We've been so busy trying to get ready, and it's like, oh, crikey, we're so tired. We are so tired. But there you go. I'd go live because a lot has been happening, hasn't it? And after what we saw yesterday in the White House, well, that was a little bit, how to put it, painful, maybe. Yeah, a bit painful. It was like, yeah, he was just he was standing there behind the podium, spieling all this rubbish about Space Force and Rocket Man and stuff. Anyways, all that rockety type stuff, you know. Saying we're the biggest and the best in the world and stuff like that, you know. Oh my goodness, well, how's his mate, you know, Elon? Well, the thing is, you see, me and Demis, as we're looking at his hand, you know, they don't look good, does it? You know, they clearly made a better job of the concealment this time, but there's a curious lump on his hand, on his right hand. And it looked to me, when I zoomed in on it, it looked like there's like a piece of tape or something on it, and it's been blended all in. So he's got, you know, you can't keep putting cannulas in, can you? You have to leave it in.
It looked like a Tic Tac under his skin.
It looked like a Tic Tac, yeah, it did. It looked like a Tic Tac under his skin. So there's a hell of a lot of concealment on his hand. It's like they plastered it in, you know. But he's clearly very ill. He might say otherwise or try and bluff people and try and make out that he didn't realise that people were saying that he was, you know, on his last legs and the curious where is he and stuff like that. And there's all the speculation, you know. We all did. You know, I'm a culprit too. But the fact of the matter is that he looks bad. His neck seems to have grown another, like, I don't know, a few more inches on the old collar size. His skin looks like he's been Botoxed all over. He probably does use Botox anyway, but, you know, with tariffs and what have you, considering the only manufacturer of Botox is in Ireland now, so it's like, crikey, there's tariffs on that now, aren't there, on Botox? You'd have thought they'd thought about that one. Now, so he didn't look well. He was swaying. He didn't look like he had his concentration all the time. His eyes were like shutting. He's just a little beady-eyed and that, you know. Clearly swelling around his eyes as well. He looks really poorly. He did not look well. They must have really drugged him up for that. Just for that. And also, it was rehearsed. And I'm fairly confident it was pre-recorded. It was pre-recorded. And it just didn't look right. None of it was really spontaneous. It was just all pre-rehearsed. All the questions, everything was already. He already knew what he's going to say, you know. And then obviously he goes off and does his usual ramble, talking about absolutely nothing. So that was like people were waiting. And it was about an hour late anyway. Yeah, probably because maybe the splints in his legs holding him up, maybe they broke or something. I don't know, I'm guessing. But, you know, it's just, it was a waste of time. All it told us that he is alive. We don't care about that bit. Or do we? Well, the thing is, though, you know, he's a human being. He's a real person, and we must treat them all. No, he's not. He's an evil man. And they're watching these poor women come forward and doing their statements. There's a whole load that were doing a protest outside of over 100+ people, actual victims. And they're doing their, you know, I've got a little video clip here for you as well. So they're doing this. They've already let their stories out anyway, but they're going over them again. And one of them on there was saying that they remember Jeffrey Epstein having a picture of Trump on his desk. So, you know, they're besties. They were besties. What's up, Dan? He's looking at me strange. What do you want? What? Oh, you got the stand. I put it on the bed. You're in the camper. We're only about 35 minutes away from home. We've stopped already. There's a place called Sanastef. We'll go for a little wander around in a minute just so I can show you whereabouts we are at the minute. It's literally just near the camp. So it's not one of the free ones, but it's pretty darn cheap. It's only a £5 for the night, €5. So we're here in France. We are. So yeah, it's, you know, you got everything. To me, everything's just a mockery. They've just made a mockery of these people, of these victims, and just. Oh yeah, let's put it the other way around. I tried the other way around and put it between that and the metal. There you go. Oh no, that don't work either. That's no good for you, is it? Should have brought the other one down. I told you should. Ooh. So yeah. So this is not a hoax, okay? Victim speaking for the first time says Marina Lacerda, who is speaking publicly for the first time about Epstein's abuse, is asked why she should choose to speak today. In other words, why didn't they speak or come out before and, you know, and talk about this? A lot of them were frightened. A lot of them had death threats, and yeah, it's not funny. It really is not funny. It's not okay for us to be silent, she says. My hope is to stop this abuse for the future. People that are coming up for women, my daughter, for example. This is a therapy for us too. We want to be heard. Lacerda says that victims are tired of watching the news and seeing that the Epstein case has been described as a hoax. It's not funny, is it? It's not funny. And I know what their wife doesn't, you know. She was abused. She had a very, very rough marriage, and then she married me. You poor old bugger, you. Out of the frying pan into the fire. But, you know, we're compiling a list of names, but we're too scared to release it now. Too scared to release it, even now. A journalist asks about the list of names the survivors are compiling. Lisa Phillips, who discussed the list earlier, says that they are reaching out to survivors who are too scared to come forward. And she says that the Department of Justice needs to release the list. The journalist presses her, why don't you say the names? She replies, that survivors are too scared to do so. Look what happened to survivors who have revealed their names, she says. Well, but Defray, you know, she was so flippant depressed and what have you. Yes, she did come forward, but it took years because they were threatened with their life, you know. A lawyer for the victims added that the people are scared to be sued or attacked, and nobody protected them first. You see that? Did they have any evidence, you see? It feels wrong, doesn't it? It really does feel wrong. There is too many victims for it to be a hoax. Too many. Epstein had a photo of Trump on his desk, says one victim. When asked about the relationship between Epstein and Trump, Shantae Davey says that Epstein's biggest brag ever was that he was a very good friend with Donald Trump. He had a framed picture of him on his desk with the two of them. Crikey. A bit of embarrassment there, isn't it? Crikey. What an association. Oh, yeah, look at people in the chat. I didn't see. Sorry. Thoughts on Trump gatekeeping the Epstein files? My thoughts on that? Well, you got to release the feckin' things. But the fact of the matter is they're going to... I don't know how Congress has got... If they voted yet, because we've been driving, you see, so I don't know any updates. Anyone knows would be great. But this redaction... I don't know, Redemption Act or something. Anyway, the releasing Mr... Oh, crikey. Oh, crikey, the Republican who's brought forward... they're going to vote on it today, aren't they? And Someone's walking over a great long pole over there. It's not a fishing pole. Anyway, that's all. I got a bit distracted then. I don't think whatever happens, they are ever going to release these files. I really don't. I think the only time they're going to get released, if they ever do, will be when he pops cogs. I just. You need a coup d'etat. That's what you need. You need a coup d'etat. No one who's no president on this earth is going to release something that's going to. Well, he knows full well his name is all over it. He ain't going to do it, is he? No matter what the courts say, he ignores the fucking courts anyway, doesn't he? So my thoughts on the interview were obviously released, and the fact of the matter is, I'm dead certain that he is in it. We know his name's in it, but I mean in it derogatory, in that he is a perpetrator of the crimes. I've got no doubt in my mind. I've done enough research and looked into his past enough over the years, his connections with Russia and stuff like that. Oh my giddy aunt, he is so connected. And the fact that he was using Russian money, there's billions of pounds that he's transferred from, which funds from dubious Russian accounts. And it's like, it reminds me of what went on with, oh crikey, during the Brexit campaign regarding the funding for funds for the Brexit Party and stuff, and that Farage was accused of, Nigel Farage was accused of using Russian money via Aaron Banks. So basically, Aaron Banks was getting the money from Russia. Then Aaron Banks was funding reform of the Brexit Party, and what have you. The whole Leave campaign. Leave.eu, that's it. And the whole thing was just, allegedly, it's all Russian funded. I know that, but is that not the Russian story again? It's all been, but no, it hasn't. No one's debunked it. All they've done is they haven't been able to get to the bottom of it, or it's been quashed. How about this hypothetical? Trump producing the Epstein list throws the world leaders in several countries into civil unrest due to the public outcry and a backlash. Well, the fact of the matter is there's probably quite a few of them who are actually on that list. You know, Clinton, for instance, he's probably on that list. You know, I would be a bit surprised. He's a saucy fucking devil, isn't he? You know? He likes pool tables, I heard. These people are scum. I don't care if they're Democrat or Republican, what you are. If you are a sex offender of any description, whether of underage girls or women or anyway, sex, taking advantage of people, raping people, stuff like that, well then, quite frankly, or should I say raping? Oh, crikey, that's me done, isn't it? And, I think go to fucking jail. You know, they're crimes, and also you've got to think about the lives of these people who have been ruined. That poor woman, the one who died earlier this year, she's been going through, she was going through hell. She was mentally, she was in a hell of a fucking state. Yeah, she got she managed to win in court and stuff like that, and whether or not she got the money, I don't know, but. She worked very hard, actually, to, support people, who have, survivors of these sort of attacks. And they're just evil. These people are just evil. What makes somebody want to be like that? That's what I really don't understand. It's just, I don't know. What van have I got? It's it's a Fiat base, and it's a Reimer. These are made in Italy. I'm in Europe. It's an Italian camper. It was originally sold in the UK, but left-hand drive. I bought it from an Austrian geezer who was also a British citizen as well, who was a Brexiter. I tell you what, when he dropped it off for me after I bought it a few years back, all right, And oh, crikey, I just want to dump him off at the nearest roundabout or somewhere. He was going on about sovereignty. He was one of them stupid full-on Brexiters who really were arrogant about it, you know. A bit like, oh, how do you think about it? MAGA. And maybe Maple MAGA as well, you know. They're just crazy. Yeah, this is, yes, it's, I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you. It's, technically, it's supposed to, was it 8 birth or something? 7 birth. Technically, it's a 7 birth, but I took one of the births out. And it's only me and the missus anyway, so we got a biggish one because we've got the dogs. About there. I can't really make my bed all messy. Caroline's got to sleep up there, you see. Yeah. We do normally sleep together, but you know, somebody has to be with the dogs. And they'll be wired. Be wind out. It's up there, you see. That's why we normally sleep up there, you see. So in the layout that we really wanted, but it was cheap. My back is shot. Lay down with a big lady last night. Fun times though. Oh, blimey. Yeah, apparently he really put some effort into it and broke his back into it last night with a lady.
Who's this?
I don't know, there's geese on here. Yeah, he had a good time. Thanks for sharing. That was very kind of you. We all needed to know that, didn't we? Have you seen the interview with Epstein's cousin? Yes, I have. And wasn't he? Is it the interview that I saw where he was saying that Epstein was most definitely, you know, that one. And that's because the Russian money was just another typical far left. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. That's why they didn't get to the bottom of it. No, that's because it's a dead end. I don't mean to say it is a hoax. That's just silly. And the people in charge don't want to look into it, so they just stop in its tracks. Hello, Shogun Sport 1. I used to have Nissan Patrols, as well. I used to have. I did experiments finding that trauma bonds people, so now there's high-class cults, a boost of their own children, so they don't leave the cult. It's a bit like Mike Johnson, isn't it, you know? I would consider what he did to his daughter, forcing her to go to some kind of purity ceremony where she had to pledge allegiance to her virginity.
Who's this?
Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, Caroline, he made his daughter go to this ceremony where she had to pledge some kind of allegiance that she wouldn't have sex before marriage. Oh, God. It is so sleazy. There's something weird with that geezer. He's got beautiful skin, though. He's got Mike Johnson. He's got lovely skin, unlike Trump, who clearly has got some pit going on there. I'd say, oh my giddy aunt, it's like he's got there's a facial. It's like he's had chicken pox 10 times, which is not really possible. And it's gone all anyway. Something's going on there. And they've obviously had to travel it.
He seemed to keep his eyes open when you show me the video.
Yeah, you probably got here because I'm on the directional microphone. But no, you're right. I'll just repeat it. Caroline was just saying that he couldn't seem to keep his eyes open when he was doing his thing. We watched it last night in bed, weren't we? And I thought, oh my God.
He looked like he's drifting off.
And that's when we noticed his hand, wasn't it?
It looked like he's got tic-tac. In a vein way, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's going crossways. It's like there's a piece of tape or something on his hand and it's been all blended in for the cameras.
You mean you might still have a tube in it?
Yes. The bit the camera in.
Because they put a needle in, don't they?
That's it, with the cap on.
The needle's got the tube, and then they pull the tube, then they pull the needle
out.
Yeah,
exactly.
There's a tube in. So you think he's still got his tube in?
Or something going on there. Yeah, the needle tube, that'll still be in there.
The thing is,
what do you call that, cannula?
His arm. I don't understand if he was that bothered. Why would they?
Well, you don't know how many times he's already had it, do you? You don't know whether or not.
He might not have very good veins, maybe, because some old people don't have good veins, do they?
No, that's very true. She's saying that old people have very good veins, and also, how many times has he had his veins have been fucking jabbed? You know, he's got holes all over him, isn't he? He's like a colander.
Also, if you've got heart problems, your veins.
He's never had a heart done.
Huh?
He's never had a heart. You know he's going to hell, don't you? He thinks he wants to go to heaven, but, you know, he doesn't think he's done enough.
I think he's got just as much chance as you.
What? What are you trying to say? What, to go to heaven?
Yeah.
You say, is it because I'm atheist? Oh, I'm just looking forward to having the pineapple popped up the bum. So, his scales are starting to show through his makeup. Yeah.
He's a fish.
His scales. Yeah, he's a lizard. He's one of the lizards. Do you know the royal family's a lizard? The Queen was a lizard. She was apparently some crazy and Pizzagate and all that. What the fucking bad people. Oh yeah, and don't forget the those in Charlottesville. Is it Charlottesville? Yeah, Charlottesville or something like that. Anyway, they're all eating the cats and the dogs, aren't they? The Haitians and that, you know. Oh, dear me. Democrats are not in a cult for Bill Clinton bringing him down too. Yep. If he's guilty, feck him, I'll bring him down. Anyone's involved, bring the whole fucking lot of them down, for Christ's sake. Well, I don't understand why there should be an exemption. Of course there should be an exemption. It's nuts for there to be an exemption. This is what we get. But when I've had this bit asked me this before, MAGA type people ask me this before. It's like, well, you know, what if it's a if it's a Democrat? You're going to mean the same? Of course. If I don't care. And I'll bet, you know, all this like left and right shit, you know, crikey, you know, be on the right and be on. There's some things on the right I actually agree with, and there's and there's things on the left I agree with, and then stuff straight down the middle I agree with, you know. And there's a shitload I disagree with. All this left and right baloney, there's no hard and fast in it. Why have we got to follow the tracks? Why have we got to stay on in that lane? It doesn't make any sense to me, because some of it is just there's nuances. Just silly people.
Still get bit.
You've been bit? Oh no. The files recovered by the FBI at Mar-a-Lago were the Epstein files. Why is no one talking about this? Well, then there's also all the files that were collected where Donald Trump apparently was told his minions to move it from one place to another. There's a fucking photocopy here next to all these secret documents. Oh, I wonder why the photocopy is there. I wonder. Yeah, I know the feeling. I was going to celebrate and all, you know. I was just hoping I was. Maybe the speculation was a little bit too much like wishful thinking. And Caroline, you know that's apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Phew. I thought you thought that she's going to pour me a rum out or something.
You want one?
I do. I'm not going anywhere.
You've got 2 cans there with things.
I haven't drunk them yet. That's full. Well, that's energy drink. That one is.
No, I
was falling asleep.
Like 3 or 4 bites from when I went.
Ah, she's been apple cider vinegar on your bites. Yeah. There we go.
One's cooking. And we make it ourselves.
That's a good point, actually. Kerry, hope you well. The victims can confirm if the files are true. Now, if it's anything that's been shown today, I wouldn't have seen it because I've been so busy trying to get ready for getting this thing ready. And so does their missus and that. And I actually watched anything today, hardly ever.
And I forgot kettle.
Oh my God. Do you know what? We remembered the tick tool for the dogs, but didn't remember a kettle.
Heronade batteries in a kettle.
We've got absolutely everything, including the drone. All right? We've got absolutely everything. But the one thing we haven't got is the kettle.
And Heronade batteries.
And Caroline's Heronade batteries. We can get them from the shop, that's not a problem. Oh, dear me. So we got a bigger saucepan and put it on top of a smaller saucepan, and it boiled quite quickly. So that was our kettle, but there's probably grease in that kettle, in that saucepan.
Wash them.
I did wash them. Oh, you washed them as well? Oh, I washed them before I used it.
I put them in the dishwasher.
Oh, that'll be fine then. Read the Quran and you will understand what makes people like that. I've got no interest reading the Quran. Quite frankly, got no interest reading the Bible. You don't need to bring religious stuff to be a half decent person. You just don't. Just don't hurt people. Alright? You got to love your wife, apparently, I've been told.
Don't beat her up.
Don't beat her up. Yeah, don't do that. And ask. And say, oh, all right, darling, is it frisky time tonight? And you wait for the response. You don't just take it, you know, you just wait for the response. Well, you could try and see if she goes with the flow. But, you know, if she doesn't, well, then you got to take that as a no, all right? Yeah. But I mean, what's the point anyway? You know, it's just
This is a new thing because when I was
Right.
with my first husband,
oh,
which is in like 1981.
that wasn't that long ago. Yeah, Caroline was saying, my dead wife had Carol, she was married to a horrible, horrible man, and he basically beat you up, didn't he?
Yeah.
And a horrible, horrible man. And when going through the courts as solicitors and stuff like that, it wasn't considered as rape or anything like that. Now it would be. See, the laws have changed. I can't remember what it was. I think it was late 90s or something like that. It wasn't considered as marital rape, basically. So, yeah, I turned the camera on because I got the microphone. I got different. I should brought the microphone. I have got it somewhere, actually.
Oh dear. Did you forget something?
I did. No, see, this was directional. You need to sit by side each other because it's just pointing this way. But we're going for a little. I'll take you down to the edge of the lake in a minute because we're at a place called Saint Estèphe here in France.
You go for a walk.
Yeah, but I don't know about being there.
Oh, right, yeah, you test out first.
So I'll take my hand. And obviously we won't be doing it for that long because I'm about to run out. But we will be going for a walk as well. Oh, my lunch in Canada. Oh, look. Elbows up and all that. Hello there. Do you like drinking milk from men? What a really stupid question. Men don't lactate. Okay. I think you need to go to school and maybe you've been trying too hard. Alright? Because if you imagine to get milk out of a man, I'll tell you what, that poor bugger, he must be sore. Crikey. Am I inside a car home? Yes. I'll give you a little tour of the car home. They call them a camping car here in France. Okay, that is the front, alright? Alright, that is the camping car. It's a Fiat Ducato base. And we have to change it about a bit because of these guys. Yeah, him. Yeah, you. And what used to be my little Wally as well, but he passed away last year. So then you've got the galley area. Right, do you want to see the toilet? And then you got the toilet and shower, right, and cupboards and stuff like that. You got a fridge, got heating, central heating. It's all like piped around the place. And we haven't got a pie oven. I wish we had an oven, but we got a microwave. I put that in there last year, and then that's it really. You know, it's not as big as some of the big old motorhome things you have in the US, but it's big enough. Big enough for me anyway. It's actually 7 birthdays. It's crazy. 7. Can you imagine how 7 people are there? The sweat and the smell and the farts. It's not for me, I'll tell you. No. Crikey.
Well, didn't it come a crime till the 5th of January 1993?
93 was it? Yeah. Okay, so marital rape was 1993. But I'm pretty certain that it's been a very long time for Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein to be breaking the law with young girls. You know, that's been illegal for a very long time. Yeah. Oh, dear me. So anything new come up on here? Oh, this is what I want to show you. There's a couple more clips on there now. Let me just play this one for you. Marina Lacerda. Yeah, let's play that.
My name is Marina Lacerda. I was minor victim 1 in federal indictment of Jeffrey Epstein in New York in 2019. I was one of dozens of girls that I personally know who were forced into Jeffrey's mansion on 9 East 71 Street in New York City when we were just kids. Today is the first time that I ever speak publicly about what happened to me. The only reason that I am here is because it feels like the people who matter in this country finally care about what we have to say. As an immigrant from Brazil, I feel empowered knowing that the little girl struggling to get by at 14 and 15 years old finally has a voice. For the first time, I feel like I matter as an American. I was only 14 years old when I met Jeffrey. It was the summer of high school. I was working 3 jobs to try to support my mom and my sister when a friend of mine in the neighborhood told me that I could make $300 to give an older guy a massage. It went from a dream job to the worst nightmare. Jeffrey assistant Leslie Groff would call me and tell me that I needed to be at the house so often that I ended up dropping out of high school before 9th grade. And I never went back. From 14 to 17 years old, I went and worked for Jeffrey instead of receiving an education. He would offer me a real job as one of his assistants or something important. I would finally have made it big, as, like we say, the American dream. That day never came. I had no way out. I was, until he finally told me that I was too old.
What?
17 was too old.
Too old.
17.
17.
It's too old.
God's sake.
So 17.
This is a massive day in the history of America. Well, I don't know. Does anyone know when the votes are going to happen regarding these Epstein files and that? What's it called? Injunction. It was called. I forgot what it's called. I had a whole load of notes. I left them behind. I actually got up early as well. So I was up 5 o'clock this morning because I couldn't sleep, and I started doing my notes, for a video.
What's it called again? Epstein file.
Epstein files. We have to keep pushing on Trump and his pedophile ways. Yep. The pressure's got to get too much for not necessarily him, but obviously those around him who are also in power to say, well, no, enough is enough now. You are just too damaging. But watching them yesterday, oh my God. Talking about sucking up to old Donald Trump's chocolate starfish, well, that was painful to watch. But not the chocolate starfish suckling, because it wasn't. Okay, it's not really. You know what I mean. What's it? Oversight Committee releases tens of thousands of pages. No, that they've released loads of pages, but a lot of these pages, Caroline, is stuff that is already known. Yeah,
Nothing new.
It's nothing really new. Release comes after a panel received materials from the Justice Department in response to a subpoena, and much of it's been redacted and stuff like that, Caroline. No, there's something. There was something happening today in Congress where.
Congress.
Oh, crikey, Maxie. Oh, crikey, what was his name? Mike Johnson's also done a counter version. It's basically copy and pasted this guy's bit thing, and then he's just tweaked it a little bit, basically just to the guts out of it. Oh, that's just terrible. These people are just evil, aren't they? And then you obviously got Trump. He's saying that was a hoax. It's all a hoax. How's it a hoax? It's too much info. No, it's just ridiculous. You'd think a global depression would be enough to remove the crook. Problem is, all the people that Trump has put into place are people that Trump has got. He's either got the dirt on them, they're all beholden to him, they're all sucking up to him. They're all yes men, aren't they? You know. And look at the SCOTUS, the Supreme Court. They're all yes men again. It's just overrun with yes men.
I said they're pushing for full release of the file.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they're pushing for the full release, unredacted, apart from names of victims and stuff like that.
Oh, that says here. This is in the Guardian 7 hours ago. Only 2 more Republicans needed to force a vote opposite Epstein file release. Release. They need 2 more people.
I think they'll get that.
More politicians, and then they'll have to be released.
Well, this is going to be after I've heard these victims or survivors speak out. How can you vote against it after hearing these poor people? How can you vote against it? Who are you trying to protect? Oh, it's obvious, isn't it? There's no point trying to protect Epstein. He's dead. They've already killed him. Don't tell me he's killed himself. And then you got the Ghislaine Maxwell. They sucked up there, didn't they? Big time. She got 20 odd years. They took her out of the high security prison and shoved her in a blinking holiday camp. And because she had a bit of a face up with one of the other people in this holiday camp, another woman, that woman was taken out of there and put into the high security prison.
She's obviously got connections.
Well, she's got connections with Trump. He's the only one who's got the power to do that. Him and Pam Bondi, they Ghislaine, yeah. She likes that, she does, I'll tell you. Ghislaine Maxwell likes jizz. Of course, the Orange Palpatine won't release the files. He's in them, exactly. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, they ain't going to get released.
Well, they said there's only 2 more people needed.
You don't mean to say he's going to buy by it. He'll burn the feckin' things before he buys by it. If they ain't already...
They're probably in his bathroom.
They're probably in his bathroom, yeah.
Was it where they were?
They're probably in his bath next to the tissues.
Yeah, wouldn't they notify
There was,
us?
I know, yeah, that was mentioned earlier. Apparently there was some in Mar-a-Lago as well. But Mar-a-Lago was used as a recruiting place to get these girls. Oh. That's his home. Howard Lutnick, who's currently scamming the bloody tariffs, he's there, but he lived next door to Epstein. He's his neighbour, for Christ's sake. All these people are connected. They're like that, they are. It was so gross. Reminds me of how Kim makes his people worship him. Well, I don't know if you remember, Donald Trump said while he was in Air Force One, and he's been interviewed, or I think it was even a live mic moment actually, he said that he basically saying he respected Kim Jong-un and his people stand up when he speaks and stuff like that and pay attention and stuff. And that's what I want from my people, said Trump. He's got aspirations of being an emperor. He doesn't want to be a president. He wants to be an emperor. He wants to be a king for life, Probably why he wants to be a part of the Commonwealth. Trump is a far, far better man than, obviously they did derogatory crap about me. Yeah, okay, he's a far better man, is he? Right, well, we know where you... Yeah, we know what you're into then, you perv. Oh my, giddy aunt, yeah, you like a bit of that, do you? Yeah, I hope you ain't got kids, especially little girls, or boys even, whatever you're into. These are... Yeah, what we need to do, we need to gather them all up, all the little red hats and that, and he's, in the White House, and put them on Jeffrey Epstein's island. I don't care if it's only a small island, you have to stack them, all right? Anyone who can't see Trump for what he is clearly don't care about children. Fair enough. Now, how many kids have we got, darling?
6.
6! How many grandchildren we got, darling?
11.
Oh, God. Oh, have I been busy, darling?
Yeah.
The press should have another word with Rand. Oh, crikey, yeah. No, but he can't sweat. So you wouldn't know. There's no point doing a lie detector test. Because he doesn't sweat, apparently. So he said. Anyway, it's bollocks, I know, but here you go. Yeah, he's there. He's as corrupt as the feck lot of them. He's just, at the end of the day, if you were innocent, why would you need Mummy, the late Queen Elizabeth, to bail you out for, what was that, 13 million or something? Prince Andrew is another pedo. That he is. Can I call him a Play-Doh? That's another word for Play. Yeah, we'll call him Play-Dohs for the algorithm. Well done. Oh. I'll tell you what, we're going to go for a walk there, won't we, Alan? So,
I might call my mummy then.
you're going to call your mum. I'm going to meander down there. I'll have to take...
For a bigger walk.
I'm going to go for a bigger walk. That's exactly it, right. I better take my phone with me, though. I was going to lose the internet. And I better put my wind muff on.
Stay with me, can't
They can stay with you if you want. I'm not going that far. I'm just going to...
Otherwise they get too
I got my wind muff before there's any complaints about the sound. Oh, yes, I got wind. Yes, I farted. I know it probably sounds a bit noisy putting that on there. I got my phone because I'm sharing the internet off it. Alright. I'm using a second phone. Oh, no, I wouldn't want shoes for. Alright. I got a bit bare here. That'll do. That'll do. Meander. Oh, yeah. You've already been out 3 times. It's like they think they're missing out on something. That's what it is. He's got those doggies. They think they're missing out on something. Huh? Oh, woman! You started this mess here. Can't you put my finger in? Gosh, all the dirt! Oh my god! Top the doors. Oh my god! It's like that. I'm a sod. Okay, anyway, this is my camper. It needs some TLC. It's been off the road since COVID. I've just put all brand new tyres on it, so the will click them there to sort the hubs out. I want to redo all the side these because they're shit. They don't build things well, do they? You know, I built the new bumper for the back, for which I need to take off and refit because it's got a bit of a leak at the top. So I did that several years ago. I made metal and fiberglass, and same with the back corners. So I want to do it the same down the side of it as well. It's just everyone's like really plasticky. Don't like it, but yeah, it's good camper apart from that. But yeah, so I put all new tyres and stuff in for the CT, and it's got new brakes and shit. But anyway, let's go this way. She's talking to her mummy. She's talking to her mummy. She is, yeah. I need a new thing to put on back my tyre as well. That all fell to pieces. Nothing lasts these days, does it? So anyway, you need a new phone. Why is that? The lens dirty? I don't need a new phone. I've got several phones. I've got my OnePlus here, OnePlus 7 Pro. I've got my oh crikey, Google Pro thing. It's quite a newish phone, but I usually record, you see, on my 4K camera. That's what I normally do. But yeah, I'm just doing vertical. So what's wrong with my? Is it the internet? Is the stream okay? You can count the pixels. Shit. So what's going on? I've got 4G because I'm sharing it up here. You see. Is it because I'm moving about? Let's go. Is it? Right, I'll put myself down on the bench down here and see what's happening. Right, because I'll do a speed test. You're blurry, but I can see. Okay. The American Empire, the Europe, and the so-called Western civilizations done, well, Persian empires, Roman empires, then you had the British Empire, then you had the war, World War II, and then you had the American Empire. And now it looks like it's the end of that. The damage that has been done is considerable, and it's not going to heal anytime soon. I don't mean to sound like a pessimist or anything like that. I'm a realist, and that's what it looks like to me. It doesn't look good. Is it still really, really bad? Is it still really pixelated? I'm getting nearer to the lake, and it looks like the internet's getting... No, it's not weaker. It's the same. So anyway, this is Saint Estèphe in the Dordogne of France, and we're doing a bit of a tour. Might even, when we drive, I might actually put the live in the camper, just facing forwards. Not for the sound so much, but just for so you can see we're going through all the little towns and stuff. And there's a leisure beach over there. You know, people mess about. It's actually what a reasonable size lake. This one, it goes right round into two parts of it. I didn't bring the kayak today, and I wish I did. We're only coming for a few days, so it was a bit of a test. So, there we go. 8647, please, yes. Yeah, you can fish here, yes. It's a lovely place. They call the Limousin a bit like Land of 1,000 Lakes. A lot of the lakes are natural, but there's a lot of man-made lakes as well, where basically just flooded areas. Now, where I am in France, on the other side of Limoges, you've got Lac Lassaver or Pardieu? Can't remember that. One of them was, there's another part of it where they used to mine the uranium. People paddle in there. They don't mine it there anymore. That was ever since France is getting the uranium from... Oh, crikey, where is it? The African country which they've been in, anyway, an African country, and obviously they've had a bit of a disagreement, so they'll probably come back to reopen the mines. So there's walks that go all the way around these lakes, basically get all the way around. At the other end, because the lake goes off on a bit of a nature bit at the end, and then there's a ferry that goes across. Which would be quite cool. I don't know I haven't been there before. This is the first time I've been here, and it's only 35 minutes away from where I live, and we kind of we weren't ready until the afternoon, time to sort the camper out, and we thought we'll stop here first, and then we're going to be heading down to Loire Valley, so it'll be towards Périgueux, and then Bergerac, and then probably we might head west or east along the Loire Valley, along the river, and see what we find. Just a wing it really, but nomadic, just see what's going on. So, I do love France, I have to admit. It's just, you find places like this. We're on what we call an aire de camp. They're either free or there's a very small charge. Usually run by the commune. And the whole idea is it encourages people to, encourages tourism. But not just like in places like the big towns and what have you, but also in more small communes, small places. So people get to, the money gets spread around instead of all being in one place, and then you get over tourism and a lot of complaints and stuff like that, don't you? So it works. And I would say France is probably one of the best places for a camper. Because if you use, I think it's a Dutch app actually called Camper Contact, and you can use that app within your car or whatever you're in, and you can use it to find all these little spots. You can pick out all the free ones if you want. You can do a really cheap tour of France. That's what we tend to do. Because we try to go as many times as we possibly can for as little money as we possibly can. Because we ain't got the money. We might have that camper, but I bought that literally with money when my dad passed away. So yeah. Speak American. Oh, I've got to speak American, have I? American what, like sneakers, diapers. Donnie wears a diaper. Yeah, you can fish there. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. Hot dog. What? What? Is that for the algorithm, maybe? I don't know. Why would you say hot dog? Strange. So, no strangers folk, they say. No strangers folk. Let's meander up this way. Now, I'm a bit of an earthy geezer. I like earthy stuff. I'm not a city boy, me. I do love architecture. I even love modern architecture. I like modern art and shit. I'm a bit of a creative person, me. And but I do love nature. Now, if I think about artists that would utilise nature and art, I think of people like Andy Goldsworthy. He's a photographer. What he does is he creates art in the wild. So, like, for use leaves and stuff like that, but do it in situ. He's built dry stone walls and all sorts of stuff, and then photographs when the light is right. And he's that kind of thing I like. Sort of for creative, natural, and using modern techniques and that as well. So it's to me, for someone like me, it speaks like I'm a creative person. I make stuff. I fix things and I know stuff, sort of. Right, looks like my chat is frozen, so I'll bring that up on my other device. That happens every time. I don't know why. Why that happens, I do not know. But let me just find my... just get rid of that. Come on. Do, 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 do. Right. Bear with me. And now my phone's gone loopy as well. Right, let's clear all of that. Bring that one up, see what we got. Oh, there you got toilets there. Oh, it's a composting toilet arrangement thing. I think it's one of them big things. Right, well, that ain't coming up, so that ain't very helpful. Right, so... Well, it's not come up on my phone for some reason. Strange. Sorry about that. I can't see the chat at the moment, so I'll just... While I'm waiting for that to come up on my other phone, I'll just have a meander, I suppose. But a lot's been happening, and I just... These Epstein files, this has been going on for too long. You know, he was given a sweetheart deal, wasn't he? Was it back in 2000, around 2010, 11 or something? Jeffrey Epstein was. And then finally, he was... he ended up in jail, you know, finally, even 2019, 18 or 19 or something. And apparently it was Donald Trump who grasped Epstein up. So there's a lot of conflict going on between the two. And this is according to Mr. Wolf, you know, he's the autobiographer guy. And he said there's a lot of grievance between the two because of real estate that Epstein wanted to buy, and Donald Trump gazumped him, offered more money for it, behind his back, and then he bought it and doubled his money on it within a year or so. And Epstein never got over that. It was like, that really pissed him off, basically. And yeah, so Epstein was threatening Trump and what have you. So what did Trump do? He fucking dobbed him into the police before Epstein got a chance. It feels a bit odd, really, because you're putting yourself at risk. Now, Trump actually helped Ghislaine. Not Ghislaine, he helped Ghislaine as well, but I mean, Defray. You know, the poor girl who killed herself in the end. Helped with the case and what have you to get Epstein arrested. I suppose they just try to keep the eyes off himself. I'm not sure what's a bit bizarre. I didn't quite understand what was going on there and why you do that. I wish I didn't. I wonder if I minimised it and brought it back up again. So I might go off briefly because if I minimise it, I don't want to turn it off, I just want to minimise it. Okay. No, cancel. I don't want to stop streaming. I just want to get the chat up. What if I do that one? No, it's not that one. I've got this microphone in the way, can't see anything. What's that one? Pinned. No, don't want to do that. Yeah, because the chatting updating at the moment for some reason. It's a bit strange, isn't it? Oh, I can flip this around if you like. There you go. Look. There you go. Flip that around. Let's go that way. Yeah, got to look at my ugly face. I'm yabbing. I'm not getting any feedback, so I don't know if you can even see me. Or see what I'm pointing the camera at. Now, you see that building on the end there, that little building, that'd be a little mill. So, that bit of stonework, I don't think you can see it very well. If I come down a bit, that might light it up. Yeah, stonework, that is literally the dam. So, there's more water on the other side of that. I can't get them in for some reason, my other phone doesn't want to show me YouTube. I can't turn anything off because if I do, it will, no, don't want let me. That is so annoying. What if I look at YouTube via Chrome? Could I do that? Do you reckon? Could I do that? So anyway, old Trump, whatever, they were very close, weren't they? You know, and he might try and make out that he wasn't, but we all know the truth. We all know that Trump was very, very connected. Right, I'm going to have a look via Chrome. There we go. Come up. Come up. We don't want to play it, so there you go. Actually, what is the picture like? Come up. We don't want to play it, so there you go. Actually, what is the picture? It's a little bit pixelated. We don't want to play it, so there you go. Actually, what is the picture? It's a little bit pixelated. We don't want to play it, so there you go. Right, put that down like that. No, but at least I'll be able to see the chat. I hope. Description, get rid of that. There's the chat. Bear with me, bear with me. Why can't I see the chat? Do 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 do. Right, it's not letting me see the chat. Oh, hang on, if I put it that way around. What happens if I do that? Nothing. Oh, because the rotation's off. I know, I'm taking too long. You know, look at the lovely lake. No, that's not it. No, now it's not letting me see the chat on there either. That is weird. That's weird. I don't like it when that happens. Well, so I reckon it's Judgment Day today. I very much doubt much is going to happen. Let's go back into there and I can share some stuff that's going on. Alright, so yes, we're all waiting for the Epstein files. I still don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we're going to see them. I think it's just going to be a case of the courts. It's going to go through the courts and the Supreme Court, and it's just going to be the same old stuff. You got to do this, got to do that, and you're going to ignore it all. Well, supply a bit of it or something. There'll be something going on. You know. You know, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? You know. Meanwhile, lots of other shit is going on, like the fact that 300 million Americans have had their information at risk of being hacked because of Doge, according to a whistleblower. You know, this is personal information, addresses, phone numbers, emails, enough stuff there probably to, you know, set up a loan in your name. Yeah, that kind of shit. I know security now is getting hard and hard to do that, but there's people out there bloody clever, aren't there? That there is. It's quite pleasant here actually. I quite like the peace. You know, this is the first week back after the kids went back to school. Yeah, the first week after the kids went back to school, and there's no one here. There's a couple of camper cars here and there, and you know, some people are camping on that site there. See, on this particular place, Sandsteph, there is a commercial campsite as well. But because we've kitted the camper up with shitloads of solar and big batteries and shit, we don't really bother. We try to keep off grid as much as we can. And because we've got the dogs, you don't want to bother anybody, do you? Well, we don't. We just don't like to be a nuisance. But it's lovely, isn't it? I still can't check the chat, which is really annoying. I might try a different phone next time because it's always doing it on this phone. And that bloody fucking speech yesterday, when we were all waiting and hoping that the announcement was going to be, he's dead. So I could crack open my bottle of champers. Such a lovely day it would have been. I reckon it'd been a national holiday when the next administration gets in. You know, the end of Trump. We'd all be relieved. Then it'd be more likely you're going to see the Epstein files, make a mockery of all those people who support Donald Trump. But no. They dosed him up with shitloads of drugs, put splints up his legs to hold him up. He was swaying a bit, he really was swaying a bit, slurring his words. He went all the ticket. And then he went, it's going all, and it was such a pointless exercise, because apart from letting us know that he's still alive, they could have just done that, I don't know, a 5-minute thingamajig, but they had to do all this thing about this Space Force. It was so pathetic. No one was interested in that. There goes the ducks. You know, nobody was interested in that, but we got to suffer it. It was a letdown. And then you got a couple of the press gal who asked the questions. They're all I think I'm pretty certain it was pre-recorded anyway. But the press was allowed to ask questions, like for instance about the things being chucked out of the bloody window of the White House, and the fact that everyone's saying that he's probably dead, and you know, it was obviously it went a bit viral. Everyone was speculating because it was so unlike him, and the fact that the Marine One helicopter was seen going to the hospital, the Rice Hospital. I forget what it's called now. Oh. Anyway, that military hospital. So he's seen going there, and also Melania apparently being seen as well near the hospital, or at the hospital. Yeah, but a lot of this could be speculation. It could be just people just saying shit, couldn't it, you know? You know, I have to admit, I was so hopeful. I made several little video clips as well. You know, as you do. It seemed like a fair game to me, because he's just such a horrible person. You know, I remember a few years ago, I did a video about a BBC presenter, because it was there was accusations that this particular presenter, well, at the time they didn't actually tell us who it was, and you know, we found out, and this particular presenter was basically buying dirty photographs from underage or young men and what have you. It's just, the whole thing was just, it was sleazy, it was disgusting, it was just nasty. Anyway, I got a hell of a lot of criticism for that video. I had a lot of people unsubscribed and stuff like that, which I kind of understand. I should have waited, but you know, I just speak my mind, I blurt it out, and it could get me in a hell of a lot of trouble. It really could. But you know, I was right in the end. And you know, I can't remember the guy's name now. It's so terrible. I do get brain fog quite a lot these days, because I've got fibromyalgia, and that's a common symptom of fibromyalgia. You know, I'm sure most people, when they go to the fridge, just, why did I come here for? Or go to the cupboard, why have I come here for? I do that all the bloody time these days. I just fibromyalgia is a bloody nuisance, it really is. And that's why my voice is weird now. My voice used to be really high, like my balls hadn't dropped, and they still haven't dropped, but you know, I've got this horsey voice now. You know, it's just it's bugging me right up. But I don't mind, you know. You learn to deal with these things, don't you? Got these little weird little shally things here that look like tents with wooden roofs on. All the walls are like some kind of canvas, right? Well, they're not very pleasant. I bet they're quite nice inside, but and they've got wooden roofs. Oh no, they've got a sheeted roof. It's a wooden structure with a sheet on it. Okay, I don't know, I'm not too convinced about that. I'd rather have it, I don't know, yurt or a teepee or something, I don't know. This has got some nostalgia about it. Pretend you're Red Indians and stuff, can't you? You know? Or Tibetan. This is really annoying that I can't check the chat. I suppose I could restart it, but I'll worry about that later. But it's a nice place to be. I'm sorry I can't respond to the chat, but I can't access it at the moment. So, that's me and my way back again. It's quite nice here, quite pleasant. So we'll take the dogs down here later. And, yeah, just see what we can see. Can't take them too far, that's the thing these days. We used to, you know, go for like 8-hour walks and stuff with the dogs. But we can't do it anymore because they're old. They are a lot older now, and they struggle. So we, we take more shorter walks. So, bit of a shame, but mainly Sebastian actually, because he really struggles. He's got a heart condition. So, what have I missed here? Did I miss something? Oh, thanks for the super chat. So I can't see. I just see a bit of it, but I can't actually scroll through to find it. I do apologise. Sorry, but I can see a little super chat there. Thank you. And I can't even get YouTube up on my other phone. Maybe because it's too weak. I can't. Really, what I need to do is turn my phone off and on, but I can't do that because the internet will go out. So let's just flip that around again. Oh, it's me. So yeah. Oh, there's a random tree, a silver birch. And yeah, that's fell. It's not dead though. It's still alive. There's a bit of it's fallen. Oh, the whole tree's fallen down, but still rooted. I'm sure the bugs like it. And we've got an old willow, common willow. We're doing rewilding in France. We've been planting those trees, so there's links down below if you're interested in finding out about that. That's quite nice here. I just when I think how bad things have got, can we actually get over this? Not just the United States, but everywhere, because it's what's going on in Ukraine and Gaza, the war. You know, it's can we get over it? Not just obviously those countries, because they're going to be in a hell of a shit state, aren't they? It's in the state of Ukraine now. It's just been devastated, and Gaza completely devastated, and all those poor people. It's terrible, and it's it's going to take a very long time, and something that ain't going to heal or fix is people. All they've done is really produce the next generation of terrorists, potentially, people that, you killed my family, I'm sorry, but I think I'd feel pretty fucking pissed off. And obviously got the Ukrainians, they're never going to warm to Russia, are they? I know that they already had problems, but crikey. It's even worse now, isn't it? How can they? Ukraine are doing amazing, absolutely amazing people. What they're achieving, what they're building, for Christ's sake. That new Flamingo missile can travel 3,000 or 4,000 kilometres. And the way, they call it Flamingo because the way it takes off. Kind of like lunges and then goes off a bit like a flamingo. And the devastation these things can cause. Now, I think they actually got it sussed. They're doing this tactical. Since now they've got, they're building their own munitions, because obviously they're getting a lot of funding as well. They are devastating Russia's economy. Absolutely destroying their economy. Because they're destroying oil refinery. And pipelines, oil refinery. That's where they get their bloody money. That's how they're funding the war. They're selling this shit. Hungary's been pretty pissed off because they've been complaining because of this. They're still getting their gas and what have you from Russia. So that if you don't supply it, you don't get paid, do you? Russia's in a hell of a bad way. Although the last few days, obviously, with what's been going on regarding India and China, and negotiations been going on there. Let's be honest, China's been bankrolling Russia anyway. They've also been supplying a shitload of the technology that's in these drones, as well as the United States. I mean, in the Russian drones, they're shared drones. The NVIDIA chips, AI chips have been found inside these drones. There's been Starlink found inside these drones. These people are all complicit in the war. Now, you could argue, well, it's getting through black market, but the amount of these chips they're getting, that ain't just black market, for Christ's sake. We're not just talking about one or two of these drones, are we? We're talking about a hell of a lot of these fucking drones. We're talking about hundreds and hundreds of these fucking chips everywhere.